Hello and welcome to the Xbox Achievements Quick Look at Crimson Dragon. I am joined by Editor-in-Chief Dan Webb, who because of the previous video, he lost the challenge at Killer Instinct, is dressed like a dude from Skyrim.
I am the dude from Skyrim. I'm beard face.
Just try and ignore him. And this is Richard Walker. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Crimson Dragon. I'm going to do a really short mission from the start of the game to introduce some of the mechanics, and then we're going to do something a little bit more interesting later. This is your HQ. Crimson Dragon, for those that don't know, is an on-rails shooter in which you play a bloke who can ride dragons, because, you know...
Dragons? This is appropriate then.
Yeah, exactly, you are the Dragonborn. So we're going to go in. I'm going to pick the first mission from the first kind of proper mission that there is beyond the tutorials. What you'll see here is, on the right, you've got the player. Now that's my dragon. You can have loads of different dragons in the game. You can buy more, you can upgrade them and do various bits and bobs. And then the two weapons that I've got are Plasma Ray Blaze, and the one below it is the Nemesis Photon, which kind of breaks the whole game. I'll show you that in a minute. Beneath that is the Wingman. Now the Wingman is from a friend. You can share your dragons online and you can hire them. So I've hired Protonauts Wingman, whoever that is, and you'll see how that works in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to start the mission. Every mission gets ranked, so you get scores and medals and all kinds of stuff to try and make you replay, because actually the amount of medals is quite slim. So we're going to start. Eventually.
Is it appropriate if I start throwing out lines like arrow to the knee and first roller?
Definitely not.
Definitely not arrow to the knee.
Fast roller!
So this is a sort of lovely lake with weird rock formations.
Yeah.
Looks very alien.
It is. And they're like nests and all kinds of horrible beasties lurking in them.
And if I
There we
balls
go.
at you.
So, it started off like as a Kinect game. It is no longer that. It's a controller-based game. And the weapon I've got at the moment, I have to highlight people to lock onto it. Press the trigger. Sorry, bugs.
That's the twist. These monsters are all people.
Oh, you just bought the ending.
Yeah, so that's that. So I got good. So now it's going to ask me, I think, to kill more dudes. Oh, and you can roll out of the way, so you've got to avoid things, obviously. You can't really steer freely because it's on rails, but you can move within the screen.
There's an achievement for doing the barrel roll,
There's
wasn't
an
it?
achievement.
Yeah, it's really easy achievements.
Yeah.
Right?
Where's the rare creature thing?
He's dead.
It's even rarer.
So the control's a little bit like Child of Eden.
Yes, it's very much like that. So you highlight these dudes and fire. It's like a homing weapon. But I'm going to show you my other weapon now, which is this, which has got a massive, great big reticule, and all I have to do is press the button, and everybody dies straight away, and there's no challenge left in the game.
Press A to cheat.
There you go.
Press
So I
extra
got an
D.
S rank, just for pressing the button.
Video games there.
Yeah, video games. This video game in particular. So that's that. I should then get
That's ridiculous.
It is a bit ridiculous. Should I change back in the interest of fairness?
Yeah. Well, no. That's what you use for most of the game.
Right, so the other thing you've got to do is recover beacons. I still haven't quite worked out why, but it just means flying along and getting as many of these.
You've completed the game and you still don't know what these do. And
Yeah,
I
it's
can
not
do that.
immediately obvious. There's loads of currencies in the game. There's XP. You get money that you can spend on upgrades as well.
Jewels, right?
There's collectible. There's jewels. Oh, I should say this game's got microtransactions. It's got like booster packs, a bit like FIFA Ultimate Team. Do not spend your money on them because you can play the game and complete it without. By the end, you've got so much money you don't know what to do with it.
I love that you're looking at the camera talking and you've nearly killed this boss.
Because with your devastating weapon, could you have done your special attack there and used your wingman?
But you know what? I'll do that in the next mission. Yeah, I'll explain how the wingmen work. in the
Yeah,
next mission.
Rich.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Alright, sorry.
Fast roller!
Wipe out the enemies, Lee.
Actually, shall I show you now? Alright, so the wingman, we haven't seen him so far. You can position him either in front of you, if you're getting attacked from the front, or from behind. So if I press forward on the D-pad, he appears like that, and he will shoot at people randomly whenever he feels like it, and offer support. Now, I've got people behind me now, as you can see from the radar, so I'm going to put him behind me for a little while. Set there in front of me now. So you can see he just helps out, and as the game goes on they can actually be quite useful, especially if you're not using this weapon. They can just breeze through everything.
Can you upgrade that weapon as well to make it even more powerful? Or have you maxed it?
No, this weapons are weapons. This one in particular doesn't upgrade, but you don't really need to.
No, you don't need to.
You know what I mean? Right, so in a minute I think we're going to get to a nest, and I'll show you the special move.
What's that green thing? Oh, it's health.
Right, so if I press B, X even, this is the special move of my wingman, and he will basically blast the crap out of everything on the screen.
Oh wow.
And this is a time-sensitive mission.
There you
You have
go.
almost a minute left to
In
do
8 seconds was that?
Yeah, so you got to bear in mind, obviously, when you play this level for the first time, you won't be overpowered like this at all, and you'll be basically just trying to get to grips with the controls. But now going back to it, it's very easy. Okay, so that's that. I've accomplished the mission. I didn't do amazingly, right? So I got.
You got an A. You
That's
just
pretty
didn't complete
I missed the medals for
objectives.
take no damage and defeat every Vespene because I was talking. So that's that.
Because you were talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
you keep telling yourself that.
But you know,
Oh wow.
pistol over lead skin. Alright,
Good stuff.
so as you can see, you level up separately to your dragon. When your dragon reaches level 10, you can evolve it, a bit like a Pokemon, into a bigger, meaner dragon. Again though, if you've got that big weapon, there's not that much point in doing it.
Charizard.
I don't know any, but I don't
Which
really
is
know
the one with the big.
Charizard.
No, isn't the next evolution of him? Oh no, it's the guy with the bazooka on his back.
Blastoise.
That's it. Yeah. So it's kind of a Blastoise Charizard hybrid bastard child.
Yeah, kinda.
That's you then.
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Alright, so I'm going to do the first mission from the forest. Oh look, okay, so we can show you. You get a limited amount of uses of somebody's wingman. So once that runs out, you've got to hire one. So I'll go in here. It'll bring up the data of all of my friends' dragons, what level they're at, what weapons they've got, all that stuff. And I'll be able to pick one, pay some money to buy one.
It's more than your friends though as well, right? It's just because. Do you know Blindside?
No, I do not know Blindside. So yeah, it's just people on Xbox.
Go with
Live.
Falafel. It's a great name.
Where's Falafel?
Falafel.
Falafel, alright.
Oh god, he's good as well.
Let's get Falafel.
Falafel.
Yep. Alright, so I've got him. So now what I need to do
What
is
was
make
that?
sure that I
500
select it.
credits or 1500 credits
500 that cost.
or 15,000. I thought you had
It's
80,000 just.
Huh?
I thought you had 80,000 just.
I have no idea. Alright, so I'm going to start the mission. I've got my wingman. Got
What
my
about your
player.
uncles?
Should we do ampoules? Alright, ampoules are like stat buffs that you unlock.
Little alcapops.
Right, so I'm going to go with attack and defense. The plus is obviously that there's 3 pluses there, so that's more powerful. But I'm going to go with attack and defense, and I'm going to start the mission. Alright, so this one is in a Pandora-esque forest. You enjoying wearing that, by the way?
It's really itchy on
Is
my
it
nose.
really?
Yeah. I
That's
got
your
like,
punishment.
well, a bit like what's that TV show Bewitched, where the nose just.
The little
Yeah.
wrinkly nose. She was quite hot though, you're not really doing
Yeah,
it
you're
for her.
I'd rather do me than that.
What?
Yeah, that didn't come out there the right way.
Right, so obviously this level's a little bit harder. I'm going to pretend that I'm trying by using the normal weapon for a little while.
And then press X to cheat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Decimate everything.
So
And you got that weapon quite early on, didn't you? It's not like it's
Yeah.
a high level weapon.
yeah, I got it maybe 2/3 of the way through, maybe even halfway through. So I should be jumping out of the way of these things. So you can see there's loads of different kinds of beasties to kill in the game. It's got kind of interesting. What do you think of the art style?
It's alright. I mean, I think visually it's pretty standard, box standard, right?
Yeah, it's not exactly next gen, is it?
It's nice and bright, I suppose.
But I guess it is a digital title, so next gen doesn't really come through as it would with the likes of Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Panzer Dragoon.
And of course, it was originally supposed to come out on 360.
Yeah, indeed, this game's been through a lot of changes over the years. It was going to have 3-player online co-op and all sorts, but it all got dumped in the end. And what we have is this.
Has it got no multiplayer at all?
Nope.
So I saw it at TGS. Must have been 3 years ago.
I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah,
And yeah, and it was like this is actually the level I played,
Oh, is it?
and it was like this, but with Kinect. And I thought it was great, but I don't know, just because Kinect it's a little bit different. It controlled really well, and then now it's like, yeah, whatever.
It's the game that's had the kind of least next-gen WoW factor, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's not really made us go wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The other thing I should mention is the point of the game is you have to cure a disease that's spreading through the world.
Crimson Scale.
Crimson Scale. And how you do that is by defeating certain enemies and collecting antibodies.
Yeah.
Antibodies from their remains. And that kind of ties into how the missions work as well. So it's possible to finish a mission without collecting all of the antibodies on that level. So you'll be encouraged to go back and try different tasks again so that you can unlock the further levels. But like I said, there's not a lot of them, to be honest. It's a pretty short game. About 7 hours max is what I played it for to complete it. They dished out about 750 gamer score, so it's quite generous. Obviously, it's a digital only game on Xbox One, so it's been pumped up to 1,000 now instead of 400.
But I mean, it's not like you just went from A to B. You faffed around a lot, right?
Yeah, I did. That was the best bit of it, to be honest. When you're trying to work out how the systems work and they play off against each other. Around the middle, I was having fun with it. I mean, obviously, as you can see, it's quite limited. But in the middle, when I was doing all that stuff, jumping back and working out what was going on, it was fun. But unfortunately, because of the amount of cash that I had by the end and this badass weapon, I kind of spoiled it for myself by relying on. I don't even know what the hell's going on
It's
anymore.
looking horribly juddery at the moment.
It is really.
Like jerky.
I don't really know what to do. Oh, my things run out. That's the other thing. You can't use your weapons infinitely. They recharge, so you have to switch between them regularly. So I'm going to go back to the normal one. What am I?
You not finish them off with a special?
Should I do that? All right.
Yeah, why not?
And there's different specials and stuff like that as well, right?
Yeah, there's quite a few different types. I can't remember what this one's called, but it does the job, look. S rank.
Sexual. Is that what it stands for?
Yes.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Alright, and that is the end of the mission, and that is the end of our quick look at Crimson Dragon. Say goodbye, Dover Kid.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Gonna take this off.